You can't see it, but I promise I went all out for this. I got Ravenclaw colors. I know that white isn't exactly a Ravenclaw color, but I'm wearing blue. I have dark blue pants and socks, even though you can't see it. Just believe me, take my word for it. And I have these tiny gold earrings. I was tagged by Joannatations, great channel, thank you for tagging me, and I am looking forward to doing this tag, but before I get to the tag, I actually wanted to do a quick quiz because I wanted to confirm if I'm actually a Ravenclaw or not. I don't know if I took a quiz years and years ago and just said, yeah, that's me, and I've just internalized that this whole time and just believe that's what I am. I recently watched a video by Read with Cindy and Chanel Time where they took sorting house quizzes, and I decided to incorporate that into this video. So inspired by them, both great, probably already well known booktubers obviously. But let's get started. I hope this quiz is short. Okay, 28 questions, let's go. When you're dead, what do you want people when you're dead, what do you want people do when they think of you? I'm starting to question if this is the official Pottermore quiz. Which instrument is the most pleasing to your ear? Come on, that's the piano. What smell is the most appealing? Fresh parchment. What do you think I'm on booktube for? And old books smell so good as well. Call me weird if you want. I'm sure there are a few people watching this who would agree with me. Alright, last question answered. You are Yes, exactly. See? I knew all along. I never doubted myself. I'm Ravenclaw. Or yet in wise old Ravenclaw, if you've already mined where those of wit and learning will always find their kind. Yes. Okay, so now that we've officially confirmed that I am in fact a Ravenclaw, we will now move on with the book tag. Was that whole portion, that whole first portion of the video unnecessary? Maybe, but I just wanted to make sure there were no doubts whatsoever in my mind. First prompt of the tag. Let's go back to Hogwarts. Which is your favorite of the Harry Potter books? I'm gonna be super basic and say the first one. Keep in mind I haven't read all of them, but I favor the first one because just like the first book in the Chronicles of Narnia series, the first book where you actually enter the world and you're just confused about what's going on and everything's wonderful and new and shiny. It's great. I know that the plot isn't the best or even the most exciting or interesting of all the other books. I know it's not the best book. I'll always look back fondly on my first experience reading the first book. 2. Now it's time to move up to the common room at the top of Ravenclaw Tower. A riddle is needed to open the door. Challenge your viewers with your favorite riddle and leave the answer in the description. Interesting. Well, I have historically always hated riddles because they make me feel extremely stupid. They always made me feel dumb, so I just avoid them altogether. So I don't have a favorite riddle, but I looked up one. I have much to say, but never yak. I have no bones, but my spine may crack. And when we part, I'm put away, left to rot for endless days. What am I? Answer will be in the description. I know it's extremely difficult. We've made it into the common room where everything is in the house colors of blue and bronze. Recommend a book with blue or bronze on the cover. This one right here has mostly dark blue, but there's a little bit of something like brown, goldish at the bottom. Alright, this is Pewter Angels by Henry K. Riplinger. It follows the life of a young boy. The whole series follows his entire life and the ripple effect of his interactions with this other girl his age. The book starts out with him falling in love with the girl and getting to get to know each other, and it has a lot to do with the values and just there are some fantasy elements as well. And just the whole series is so satisfying and very mature. It delves into some very serious issues, and it's such a wonderful series that makes you feel warm inside and then like rips your heart out at certain scenes. So I would recommend this to fellow Ravenclaws. Prompt 4 is about the Ravenclaw traits. So First one, intelligence. Recommend a book that is cleverly written. I would say The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I read this for Sherlockathon for the first time, and it's one of the few thriller books I actually really enjoyed. It's cleverly written because of the twists, because of the plot twist, because of the mysteries and how it misleads you. If you liked Gone Girl, then you will like this, although I personally liked this better than Gone Girl. Wit. Recommend a funny book. A funny book to me, I don't own that many comedy books, but one I read recently is Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. This is funny. It's a contemporary YA. A few people have said they don't appreciate the humor, and I guess it just depends on your sense of humor and who you are, but think of it as like The Fault in Our Stars, but more raunchy, or just less tender, and more of a parody? I don't know. It's really well written, sad in its own way, but mostly just funny. Wisdom. Recommend a book you wish your younger self could have read. The entire A Silent Voice manga series. The bane of my existence is that I don't own the entire manga series, but I have read it all. It is about these two young people. One of them is a deaf girl who was bullied so badly by the boy and a few of his classmates, and years later he regrets what he did and he tries to reconcile with her, and that's what the whole story is about. It delves into bullying, depression, suicide, all that kind of stuff. And the reason I wish I'd read it when I was younger is because I feel like I could have really felt a connection. I read this after the fact, after I was out of a really bad part of my life. In general, it's such a great depiction of everything. It's wonderful. I would recommend it 1,000 times over. Creativity. Recommend a booktuber whose creativity you enjoy. I could think of hundreds, man. Almost hundreds. But if I had to pick one, Julija. I have mentioned her before. I tagged her in one of my recent tag videos, but she really is just so creative. She made a memory jar video recently where she looks through a memory jar she made from 2013, I think, and that was super fun to watch. And then recently she made a song about her favorite booktubers, and I was on there and I still haven't gotten over it. So yes, you are so creative and I appreciate you so much if you're watching this, and you should go check out her channel, please. She has such original ideas. I'll link her channel in the description. Last of the Ravenclaw traits is originality. Recommend a book that is at the start of a series. That's pretty vague, but because this is a Harry Potter centric kind of video, I want to recommend this. This is a prequel to the Mysterious Benedict Society series. So it's The Extraordinary Education of Nicholas Benedict by Trenton Lee Stewart. I could not recommend this enough to Harry Potter fans. If you read the entire series, you watched all the movies, and you want more with that kind of vibe, please check out this series. It's so little known and underrated, especially on the booktube community. It is about a boy who is a genius, and he has, what's it called? I don't know the actual term, where he just falls asleep suddenly, and that he struggles with that. This is just a prologue. He goes on to found the Benedict Society, which later characters in the next books come up, and it's like this boarding school vibe, this mystery vibe. The final question is 5. Tag your Ravenclaw friends or challenge your friends from other houses to create their own tag. And I got some Ravenclaw pals, so here we go. I tag Lazy Owl, Angela Rose Reads, Cozy Reads. Some of these people said yes, tag me, and other people I'm just jumping it on you, so because I appreciate you and because you happen to be Ravenclaws. So check out all their channels, linked in the description. Thank you so much for sticking around through this chaotic kind of tag video. I wanted to do a more laid back, relaxing video after a couple of the stuff I've been working on. It is pouring outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but it really sets a mood. Thank you, and see you next week.